And speaking about ViewBots, we have a post here that got brought up a couple times by partners, by there's this has caught some attention. All right. So Siten Surkick, I don't know how to say his name correctly, but anyways, he said, I was hashtag pick kick since December 19th or December 15th, 2022. Today, I am not. I spent the last 2 years fighting for at kick streaming, and I streamed almost 300 hours per month on the platform. This weekend was the worst time to stream on Kick in a long time. But we take the time to calm down the community and calm down ourselves despite the very unpleasant bugs. I think this was a reference to the chat just not working, all of Kick breaking. He then goes on to say, during the bugs, I noticed that my view count is abnormally high. So I opened a ticket to discuss it with the Kick staff to see what I can do with it. He gives me the steps to follow what I do. Subsequently, my viewers tell me that they no longer see me in the list of live streamers. I'm opening another ticket to figure out what's going on again. I am told this, screenshot below, linked 4 photos and 2 others in comments. I'm done, so done. 2 days ago, Kick felt good. I felt safe and I felt home. Not so much today. As usual, I would love a talk. And he tagged a whole bunch of stuff, but he supplied some images here. So let's take a look at the images. He said, hi. After following the tips when we receive ViewBots, my viewers don't see me in the active following live list. They need to go directly on my channel to be able to see that I'm live. And Kickstaff responded saying, hello there. The reason why your viewers are unable to see that you are live broadcasting is because your channel is under restriction for 12 hours. Your restriction will expire in less than 6 hours. We would appreciate your understanding. He then responds by saying, but why? Okay, and we go on here. I've been on Kick since 2022, and I've never received a mail saying I broke the TOS or got any suspension whatsoever. Why would I receive a restriction without having been notified? And Kick staff responds saying, we wish to inform you that your channel's visibility has been restricted for 12 hours following suspicions of using artificial means of increasing viewer count, viewbotting. Now that he brings up that he's been on here for so long, he never broke any TOS, and he has not been notified, now they decide to notify him and say, hey, by the way, we wish to inform you. Now they decide to inform him. Anyways, we realize this activity might not be the result of your own action, but we are obligated to issue enforcement as a means of combating this behavior, as inflating the viewer count is an action that goes against our terms of service and community guidelines. So they go on to say, he mentions that he has not been notified that he even got shadow banned, and his viewers had to tell him that, to then them finally making a statement saying, hey, your channel's been restricted for 12 hours, but even though they said your restriction will expire in less than 6 hours, but they said 12 hours, okay? And then they admit by saying, we realize this activity might not be the result of your own action, but we are obligated to issue enforcement as a means of combating this behavior. What is this going to do? You know what this is going to do? This is going to allow viewbotters to punish anybody they want. Any single streamer that they want, they can absolutely abuse by viewbotting them and getting them shadow banned. Even though the streamer's not the one viewbotting themselves, right? But they could just keep sitting there and do targeted viewbotting, and it will get worse and worse and worse because they can just basically ban anyone they want by viewbotting them, right? Like, What kind of a solution is that? I know they're trying to prevent people who viewbot themselves from doing this, but at the end of the day, I think this affects more people than the people who do viewbot themselves, right? Someone did it to me before. It sucks. Yeah, they shadow ban people no matter if people bought them or they bought themselves, so they don't show in the category and ruin it for other streamers. The issue is here is if you can identify a percentage of the viewership that is suspicious, why can't you notify the streamer and say, hey, we identified suspicious viewbotting behavior. Your viewer count is being affected and being decreased by 50% for right now, right? Why not do something like that? Why not just plain Jane remove the like a big percentage of the viewer count, supposedly stating that you know who's viewbotting and how many viewbots they have, and then the viewbotting things. I don't think they can. I don't think they can, or they just don't want to prevent it, right? Then they go on to say, thank you for your understanding and cooperation in complying with our policies. If you need any other type of assistance as well, let us know. And he responded saying, complete and utter crap. Pick kick, right? Bye. I came and reported suspicious activity on my channel yesterday while Kick was having a complete breakdown, but I still streamed with my viewers and told them to be patient while Kick was fixing the issue. Then Philip told me to do this. Stop your live stream, reset your stream key, update your key in your OBS/streaming software, enable advanced bot protection, which by the way does nothing against view bots. It's only for chat bots, which again barely works, in the creator dashboard, which I did. But Kick punished me for reporting suspicious activity and following what they said to do. Must be a misunderstanding. Okay, I'm not alone thinking this. I'm a subathon since 27 days. Everything is streamed. I'm not viewbotting any channel. We completely understand your frustration right now. However, our team is in charge of taking appropriate steps if your viewer count is not as normal as usual. And something followed these steps our colleague provided you with. Unfortunately, those steps do not help. Our team will have to take actions. They literally just admitted that those steps don't do anything because resetting your stream key does nothing to help prevent view bots. Restarting your stream might not do anything to prevent view bots. Hello. Then they went on to say, we would appreciate your understanding until your restriction expires, which is in less than 6 hours. I have 14 viewers. If you don't remove that restriction, it's abusive and unjust. Then he said, unfortunately, we are unable to remove your restriction at this time. However, we kindly request that you allow it to expire. Please understand that these rules apply to all individuals. And then I'm done being pushed around and all this and that. And it just, yeah. Okay. Then it just the kick staff reinstating, hey, just wait until your restriction is up. Then you'll be fine. At that point, just stop your stream. There's no point in streaming at that point. I mean, there really isn't that much point in streaming, right? But then Eddie responded saying account should be in good standing now. We'll review some procedures around this process and subsequently look to better handle this from a customer service perspective, because it's really not good, right? And this is interesting because we have a thing here that says this is definitely interesting. Seemingly getting punished for reporting odd behavior on your own channel honestly makes me think, what's the point if this is going to happen? And he responded saying, exactly. I feel like I should have kept it to myself and affirmed these views were normal. It's so odd. Yeah, he gets punished for reporting it and then gets shadow banned. And then it's like, do you even want to stream anymore? You know? What about Neon's viewers? His view count hardly changes. So Kick has view bots. Oh, there's view bots all over the place on Kick, dude. There is a lot of view bots on Kick. Not gonna lie, I've seen them give names to people, but when I asked them to tell me the socials and say I can't have it because I don't own the @ but those people don't either, so I've given up caring about my name. I find it funny how he tagged a Pike through, though he could do anything about it. Did he tag Pike? Oh, he did. Yeah. I mean, it's just the reason why you tag all these people is just to try to get more eyes on it, right? The goal is to get as many eyes on it as possible. Yeah, just to get as many eyes on it as possible.